Adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, and adolescents need about 10. We grow sleepy due to signals from our body telling our brain we are tired, and signals from the environment telling us it's dark outside. The rise in sleep-inducing chemicals like adenosine and melatonin send us into a light doze that grows deeper, making our breathing and heart rate slow down and our muscles relax. This non-REM sleep is when DNA is repaired and our bodies replenish themselves for the day ahead. In the United States, it's estimated that 30% of adults and 66% of adolescents are regularly sleep-deprived. This isn't just a minor inconvenience. Staying awake can cause serious bodily harm. When we lose sleep, learning, memory, mood, and reaction time are affected. Sleeplessness may also cause inflammation, hallucinations, high blood pressure, and it's even been linked to diabetes and obesity. In 2014, a devoted soccer fan died after staying awake for 48 hours to watch the World Cup. While his untimely death was due to a stroke, studies show that chronically sleeping fewer than 6 hours a night increases stroke risk by 4.5 times compared to those getting a consistent 7 to 8 hours of shut-eye. For a handful of people on the planet who carry a rare inherited genetic mutation, sleeplessness is a daily reality. This condition, known as fatal familial insomnia, places the body in a nightmarish state of wakefulness, forbidding it from entering the sanctuary of sleep. Within months or years, this progressively worsening condition leads to dementia and death. How can sleep deprivation cause such immense suffering? Scientists think the answer lies with the accumulation of waste products in the brain. During our waking hours, our cells are busy using up our day's energy sources, which get broken down into various byproducts, including adenosine. As adenosine builds up, it increases the urge to sleep, also known as sleep pressure. In fact, caffeine works by blocking adenosine's receptor pathways. Other waste products also build up in the brain, and if they're not cleared away, they collectively overload the brain and are thought to lead to the many negative symptoms of sleep deprivation. So, what's happening in our brain when we sleep to prevent this? Scientists found something called the glymphatic system, a cleanup mechanism that removes this buildup and is much more active when we're asleep. It works by using cerebrospinal fluid to flush away toxic byproducts that accumulate between cells. Lymphatic vessels, which serve as pathways for immune cells, have recently been discovered in the brain, and they may also play a role in clearing out the brain's daily waste products. While scientists continue exploring the restorative mechanisms behind sleep, we can be sure that slipping into slumber is a necessity if we want to maintain our health and our sanity.
Aha! 12 weird ways to fall asleep in a minute. You spend hours upon hours tossing in your bed, but still fail to fall asleep. Yeah, we've all been there. Counting sheep, changing positions, nothing seems to work. Thankfully, there are lots of effective methods that can easily make you snooze as soon as your head hits the pillow. Some of them are, let's say, a little unconventional. Number 1. Imagine the next morning. This is more of a psychological trick that confuses your brain and allows you to doze off almost immediately. If, no matter what you do, you still can't get to sleep, imagine your following morning in the tiniest details. Go through it step by step. The sun comes up, you get out of bed, grab a shower, eat breakfast, brush your teeth, and leave for work or school. With a little time and a good imagination, you'll feel so drowsy that your system will drift into sleep mode. Number 2. Wash your face with cold water. One of the main contributors to sleep problems is the nervous system. With all the stress that we experience every single day, it can be hard for your brain to let loose and calm down. But don't worry, you can help reset it within seconds simply by putting your face in a bowl of ice-cold water. Seems paradoxical, right? I mean, that would wake me right up. But doing this triggers a necessary phenomenon called the mammalian dive reflex. It lowers your blood pressure and heart rate. All these internal processes only benefit your nervous system and, therefore, send you into a long and peaceful sleep. Number 3. Do the lying butterfly pose. Hey, there's no way I came out of that cocoon. Didn't happen. I'm telling the truth, man. No, not that kind of lying. There's no problem yoga can't solve, and sleep issues are no exception. All you have to do is perform the lying butterfly pose, and you'll start to doze off in no time. As you lie on your back, bend your knees outward, bringing the soles of your feet together. You can use your hands to pull your feet up a bit closer to your groin as well. Then put your hands on your abdomen and breathe calmly and deeply. The key is to let your body relax and your mind rest. If you're doing everything correctly, you'll feel all that physical and emotional tension leaving your body. The lying butterfly pose also lowers your blood pressure and provides relief for menstrual cramps, the ultimate helper. Number 4. Listen to binaural beats. Binaural beats are often used for meditation, calming your brain and making you feel relaxed. The secret behind their magic is pretty simple. They simultaneously send a different sound frequency to each one of your ears. This allows the brain to identify the third tone and start producing brain waves at the same rate of hertz. This relaxing process helps prepare your body and mind for rest. Just beware that sound therapy like binaural beats isn't recommended for small children and those who suffer from seizures. Number 5. Add more tryptophan and magnesium to your diet. According to a study conducted by Australian researchers, an amino acid called tryptophan is extremely beneficial for your system, especially when it comes to sleep. This acid quickly turns into serotonin, a hormone which not only makes you feel better, but also helps you relax. So, if you want to get important nutrients that will help you fall asleep at night, add cheese, nuts, beans, white meat, fish, and dairy to your everyday menu. Another important element for a good night's rest is magnesium. In their study, researchers at Germany's Max Planck Institute of Psychiatry confirmed that magnesium helps your system maintain healthy GABA levels, which promote deep and restorative sleep. You can find magnesium in spinach, parsley, beets, almonds, hazelnuts, peanuts, and seafood. Even though your diet is crucial for the quality of your sleep, never eat right before going to bed. This often results in poor sleep and gastrointestinal issues. On the other hand, going to bed completely starved isn't a good idea either. Try to have your last meal about 3 hours before bedtime, and your system will certainly thank you for it. Number 6. Try diaphragmatic breathing. The diaphragmatic breathing technique, which is often used in meditation as well, isn't that difficult, but it does take practice to master. Begin by sitting down comfortably and slowly breathing in and out as you usually do. After about 5 breaths, change it up and breathe through your diaphragm. To do this, allow your ribs to expand to the sides a bit and keep your shoulders and upper chest still. Your job is to breathe smoothly and evenly. This will give your autonomic nervous system a chance to properly de-stress and prepare it for deep sleep. Just 5 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing every day before bed will ensure you a good night's sleep and a clear, well-rested mind. Number 7. Remember your day in reverse. If you've been tossing in your bed for a while with no signs of sleepiness whatsoever, Here's another brain trick. Instead of trying to empty your mind and fight constant thoughts, go through your day from the end to the beginning. Since you have to think of your day in reverse, this exercise increases your brain activity and tires it out. Plus, it's a great way to analyze your day and make certain notes to yourself on what parts of your life you can and should improve. Number 8. Tidy up your room. When your bedroom is full of unnecessary clutter, your brain starts to associate it with anything else but relaxation and rest. And that's exactly why you can't fall asleep. Your brain subconsciously blocks it because you're in the wrong environment. So, if you want to sleep like a baby, make regular cleaning your best friend. Once you remove all chaos and distractions from your resting place, you'll notice your sleeping pattern improve dramatically. Number 9. Use relaxation techniques. To fall asleep quickly, you have to fully relax both physically and mentally. Here's where progressive muscle relaxation comes in handy. According to the Mayo Clinic, this technique reduces stress symptoms that often interrupt our sleeping pattern. So next time you feel like you're one step away from total insomnia, get comfy in your bed and start tensing and relaxing your toe muscles. Do that for about 5 seconds. Take a 30-second break, and then do the same thing for your other muscles, slowly but steadily working your way up to your head. After you've tensed and relaxed your whole body, it's time to pay attention to your mind. For this part, you'll need autogenic relaxation. It involves visual images that you have to picture in your head. It can be anything you want: peaceful scenery, beautiful landscapes, happy memories. The only rule is that it has to make you feel happy and relaxed. Don't forget to accompany this process with slow and deep breathing, and you'll be off to dreamland before you even finish the exercise. Number 10. Close your right nostril. I know, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but this technique is actually a miracle for putting you to bed. And the reason behind it is purely biological. When you close your right nostril while lying on your left side, your blood pressure naturally decreases. With low blood pressure comes yawning and a strong desire to fall asleep. Of course, if you suffer from hypotension, a condition where your blood pressure is almost always low, this method is definitely not for you. But if you don't have any medical precautions, just lie on your left side, close your right nostril, and breathe slowly and deeply. 1 minute in, and you'll already be asleep. Number 11. Make a sleeping potion. What? Sleeping potions aren't real, right? Well, after you try this one, you'll start believing in magic. All you have to do is mix 1/4 of a tablespoon of delicious honey, 1/8 of a tablespoon of exotic sea salt, and 1 full tablespoon of extremely healthy coconut oil. When the mixture is ready, swallow it as is or add it to a glass of warm water and immediately go to bed. The ingredients will instantly reduce cortisol spikes that disrupt sleep. This will ensure that you sleep tight through the night. Number 12. Hug someone you love. Believe it or not, physical contact with someone you love can make you fall asleep within minutes. The thing is, when we're close to someone we deeply care about, our system produces a significant amount of endorphins that can quickly comfort you and help you relax. Not to mention, physical interaction with the people who are closest to you reduces cortisol levels that your body accumulates during the day thanks to stress. And with these two obstacles out of the way, your mind and body will be ready for proper rest.
Why would I put garlic under my pillow? This is an old family secret that has been used to improve sleep for generations. This is especially helpful to people who have difficulty falling asleep. Garlic's sulfur-containing compounds and its strong aroma have a calming effect and can help your quality sleep. Garlic's aroma is strong and can be difficult. However, after a few days, you will get used to it and you will be sleeping so soundly you will not even notice. Garlic also has a positive effect on your performance throughout the day, and it helps at night to recharge for the next day. Another way to experience the benefits of garlic's ability to help sleep involves preparing a natural drink that will help you relax. Ingredients: 1 glass milk, 1 clove garlic, crushed, 1 teaspoon honey. Directions: combine the garlic and milk in a saucepan and heat until boiling. Let boil for 3 minutes, then remove from heat and let cool. Add the honey and drink. You should drink it around 30 minutes before bed for best results. In addition to being one of the best seasonings, garlic is a powerful ally for your health and will treat sleep problems. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
If you sleep like that, one thing that'll happen to you is your sleep quota, if you're sleeping for 8 hours, it'll simply drop to 3 to 4 hours just straight away. Just lie down for 12 minutes and do it till the last moment, till you fall asleep. You know, there's a North Pole and a South Pole. This means these are the magnetic centers. And you also know the whole land masses, whole continents have been slowly being pulled towards the north, they've been traveling. Why the Himalayas is whatever we're seeing, the Himalayan mountain ranges, that Manasarovar, you will find seashells in Manasarovar because at some point it was at mean sea level. Today, it is at 15,600 feet. So what transported this lake bed, which was at sea level, to this place is the whole Indian subcontinent is crashing into the Central Asian plate. And this is why the Himalayan mountains are still continuing to grow. This is just piling up, it's just a crash. Every year, India is losing about 1.23 centimeters or so. I'm not perfect on the number, somewhere in that range. Every year, India is losing about 1.23 centimeters or something because it's crashing into the Himalayan range and it's piling up. Because the magnetic pull of the North Pole is slowly pulling all the land masses upward. So such a huge magnetic pull where the continents are moving up, that kind of magnetic pull is constantly in enforcement across the globe. Suppose you had a little bit of anemia, if you went to your doctor, what does he prescribe for you? So it seems to be like it's an important ingredient of your blood, yes? So if iron is floating around in your blood, and if I put a very powerful magnet to the top of your head, it is possible that slowly blood may start moving in that direction, isn't it? Let's say if it's a very, very powerful magnet, it may start slowly pulling it up because there is elements of iron in the blood. Your body is designed like this, that your heart, which is the pumping station of the circulatory system, is 3/4 of the way up, not halfway down, because it is difficult to pump against gravity, easier to pump towards gravity, so it's placed here. Generally, all the pipes that are flowing down are larger ones, what is going up are much finer ones. As it goes up here, they're almost hair-like. So minute that the circulatory system in your brain is such that if one extra drop enters there, hemorrhages will happen. People have strokes. So now you were like this, now you went like this. Already there is a little bit of imbalance in the system because heart was pumping, calculating the gravitational resistance. Now suddenly there's no gravitational resistance, you became like this, and now you put your head towards the north. slowly it gets pulled towards your brain. So one thing that could happen to you is you could have disturbed sleep. If you put your head to the north and sleep, you could have disturbed sleep, all kinds of dreams happening. If you are in your old age, it is possible that you can have a stroke or you could just die in your sleep. It's very much possible. Not that if you sleep one day you will fall dead. Every day, if your bed is arranged that way, that every day you're sleeping, put your head to the north, you are asking for trouble. Some kind of trouble, we do not know what kind of trouble you will get, that depends on the strength of your system. If it is weak, very weak, you may fall dead, or you may get a stroke, or you may just get disturbed sleep, you may just have nightmares, or during the day you act funny. So many things will happen because excess circulation is happening in the brain when it should not be happening, simply because you put your head to the north. So in case you go to South America, then you should not put your head to the south. If you went to Australia, you should not put your head to the south. You can put it to the north, out there. In the northern hemisphere, you do not put your head to the north. East is best, northeast is okay, west is all right. South, if you must, north, no.
Tonight before you go to bed, spend at least 12–15 minutes reminding yourself, you're neither this body nor this mind. Just lie down and just remind yourself, this body is not really you. Do you know, if you live for about 60 years, on an average, most human beings are eating anywhere between 1100 to 1400 tons of food. So that means even what you think is my body is not this, it's changing every day. New input is happening and old things are going away. So 1400 tons, you don't carry that much of weight right now. So obviously, what you have as a body right now is just a transient amount of food and soil, isn't it? Hello? So what you think is mine also is not it is just all the time changing. So at least try this much. What is my body is not me. What I think is my mind is not me. It is mine right now for use, but it's not really me. Just, if you're not able to do it, just link it to your breath. Inhalation, I'm not the body. Exhalation, I'm not even the mind. Just lie down for 12 minutes and do it till the last moment, till you fall asleep. This is something you must notice. Most human beings, when I say most, I'm very generous with the percentage, 99%. 99% of the human beings never notice that moment when they're slipping from wakefulness to sleep. They will simply go off like that. If they're alert, they cannot sleep. But there is a way to sleep in an alert manner. If you sleep like that, one thing that'll happen to you is, your sleep quota, if you're sleeping for 8 hours, it'll simply drop to 3 to 4 hours just straight away. Now that moment when you're passing from wakefulness to sleep, if you can still be conscious that I'm not the body and I'm not the mind, believe me, something remarkable will happen.
Why does one person need, by prescription these days, 8 hours? And why another person can do with half of that? See, one thing is, as we already went through, the very physical body that you carry is just the food that you've eaten, isn't it?
But if you eat right and do certain things with your body, you see very effortlessly, within 3 to 4 weeks, you can drop your sleep quota anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. 1.5 to 3 hours very easily you can drop if you just eat consciously and just learn to sit properly, just the posture, your geometry of the body and what goes into the system. If you just manage these two things, you will see sleep quota will just come down like that. At least 40 to 50%, the food that you eat must be alive. You eat dead food and you want to live, this is a little difficult thing to do, because you have to raise the dead now. But if you eat live food, one thing you will see is the state of your mind, your focus and your sleep quotas. And above all, staying awake is not good enough, you have to stay alert, isn't it? How alert you are, how focused you are, only to that extent everything yields to you in this world, isn't it so? If you eat a leaf, a vegetable, a fruit, a nut or a sprout, this is much simpler. If you must eat non-vegetarian food, you must eat that which is furthest away from you. So generally, fish and water life is furthest away from you. So if you must eat non-vegetarian food, fish is the best thing to eat that way.